Hey, good afternoon, family. So, got to come on here really quick and to talk about First Corinthians 9. Okay, and this is like verse 16. For when I preach the gospel, I cannot boast, since I am compelled to preach. Woe to me if I do not preach the gospel. If I preach voluntarily, I have a reward. If not voluntarily, I am simply discharging the trust committed to me. And is my reward. Just this, that in preaching the gospel I may offer it free of charge and so not make full use of my rights as a preacher of the gospel. Okay, so what is Paul talking about? Paul is talking about how these pastors and preachers are charging people to get information about God, okay? He is saying that God gives us information for free. So why are you charging God's people to give them that information, okay? Because the information God gave me, He gave it to me for free, right? He didn't charge me to give me the truth. And God is saying that, these pastors shouldn't be doing that. God said pastors and preachers have no inheritance because their inheritance is Him. Okay? And if you go to Joshua 21, it confirms that. It says, now the family heads of the Levites approached Eleazar the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the heads of the other tribal families of Israel at Shiloh in Canaan, and said to them, the Lord commanded through Moses that you give us towns to live in with pastures, lands for our livestock. So as the Lord had commanded, the Israelites gave the Levites the following towns and pasture lands out of their own inheritance. Okay? So this is what God means about, they get theirs through Him. So God gave Israel land, and their portion that's supposed to be for God, they gave that to the priest for them to live in, right? So it wasn't like God specifically gave them a land and said, this is your land. No, He did that for Israel, and Israel take a piece of what they got and gave it to the pastors, okay? So your 10% that your first fruit, your 10% you're supposed to give to God, that is what you're supposed to give to the pastors, to the homeless, the motherless, right? But that extra they be asking you for, after you and gave your 10% and they send that plate around 2 and 3 more times, they're not supposed to be doing that. Because now you charging. Now you charging me to give me God. Right? And God said you're not supposed to be doing that. And on top of that, you're not even leading God's people in the right direction. You're giving them false information, and they're building off of this false information, which is cursing them, which is what them coming back to you. But that's what you want, right? You want people to be cursed so that they can need you and you can profit off of them. But God said that's about to stop. No longer will these pastors profit off of His people and be giving them false information and leading them in the wrong direction, okay? God is about to start drying all of that up, okay? So if you are not going to change your ways, if you refuse to start giving God's people the truth, right, and do what is right, God is about to drop. He's about to dry up all these little fake kingdoms. All right. I love y'all. Y'all have a great day.